Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to MotoGP 19, as will be Marco Simoncelli grabbing his last minute pole. So it's 2 suspended years in the 250 class where he was champion in 2008 and third in 2009. Simoncelli lands in MotoGP with the Gresini team's Honda. To repeat speedy benefits, however, he must wait until 2011. In Catalunya, he immediately gets ahead. Second in FP1 and FP2, and third in FP3. However, he cannot find his pace in qualifying. After a tyre change in the final lap, the situation improves, and Marco really goes for it. In the third section of the track, he's 142 thousandths of a second behind Casey Stoner's Honda. Then with a splendid straight, he completes the lap with a 16 thousandths of a second lead. It's his first MotoGP pole position. So we've got a set time quicker than a 144.1. So we are has super sick. The 2008 MotoGP World Champion. And no doubt would have been battling for MotoGP crowns if Malaysia 2011 didn't happen. As this was the season, you saw 2010, okay. 2011 though. This is when he started to announce himself on MotoGP level. Gresini. I mean, some we saw later with Álvaro Bautista, Stefan Bradl as well. Being able to do well on Hondas that weren't exactly works. Well, I think it's like the situation they have with Quattro at the moment at LCR Honda, where they are kind of, it is a works bike, but doesn't have all the factory support like a works team does have. So yeah, he is on like a kind of machinery, but might be an update behind. But yeah, this man, is it a shame that we never got to see the full potential, because he's had such an up and down 2011 season up to his tragic weekend, where at times he was, battling right at the front, but was too aggressive. I remember he got the ire of Danny at Le Mans because he basically just shoved him off the track. They were not impressed. But he showed unbelievable speed and he was starting to get it together. They're starting to mature and show patience. Where he got podiums in, I think it was Motegi, and then Phillip Island as well. Like, that was a great ride, Phillip Island. So you know, like, it was turning the page, and man, it would have been great to see what he could have done in 2012. Imagine seeing what he could do against Marquez. Like he's a very talented rider with Simoncelli. I mean, you don't become a world champion without being talented. So he had it in abundance, just needed to smooth those rough edges. Can you imagine him, Stoner, Marquez together for Honda? I know Stoner probably wouldn't have been around much longer, but him and Pedrosa as well. Like, that's a strong four right there. And they said we might not have seen the likes of Bradl or Baptista. On the Honda then, it would have really changed the landscape of MotoGP in the decade that's just gone. As we're running way too conservative again, aren't we? But yeah, he did have a great career up to then. Being 250 champion. Very popular member of the paddock as well, with just been a crazy man, to be honest. On and off the bike. Huge smile. Just like a big kid having fun. And I guess that's why people like Marquez now. Because he's not exactly the same, but that's the same way where he's just having fun out there on his Honda. And I'm not sure how you can really hate Marquez, to be honest. I know there are people out there who do, but as I said, I find it very difficult not to. Man, another battle that could have been Marcus v Simoncelli. Had a bit of Simoncelli v Stoner. Man, it was a strong period, wasn't it, for champions stepping up from 250 to MotoGP level, or Moto2 as well. I know there's the Tony Elias thing, but apart from that, Bradle, Espargaro, Marquez, very strong period. I know we've had Rabat, Zarco since then as well. Rabat's been very up and down at MotoGP level, but he hasn't had the best equipment, to be honest. And we all know about Zarco being very mercurial, the Frenchman. Making a very interesting move to KTM, which did not pay out at all. Even though the KTM looks like it's getting better. We're interested to see what he could have done this season in the KTM in 2020, but of course he chose to abandon ship and is now right at the back of the field with Avintia on the Ducati, but with a bit more support for Avintia as we'd smashed it. So yeah, it could have been a great season for Zarco and KTM this year, where you get a year to adapt to the bike, and that's what I think like the Ranger was saying, like it takes a year to get used to the bike, and then on the second year you can get much better, like he did with Ducati, like Simoncelli did in MotoGP as well. So we're halfway through, and next time it will be Casey Stoner on the Honda. As on Ducati Honda, Stoner stays fast, he certainly did. So thanks for watching, and we'll see what we can do next time.